Today we're doing section 3.3 and this section is on the properties of logs. So the first rule we're going to talk about is the product rule. So right now I'm giving you the condensed side. If I were to expand this, this would become log base b of m plus log base b of n. So this is the expanded version. This is what we would call a condensed version, and we're going to practice going back and forth between the two. Today we're just going to focus on the expanding. So if I were to ask you to expand this, you would say that this is log base 4 of 7 plus log base 4 of 5. And then that's it. So when I have a multiplication, I expand it with adding. Letter B, this will become log base 10 plus log of x. And remember, when there's no value there, it's implied that the base is 10. And we've talked about in yesterday's lesson, if the base and this value are exactly the same, that this is equal to 1 plus log of x. Again, the other way to think about it is 10 to the what power gives you 10, and that's where the 1 comes from. So that's expanding with the product rule. Next, we're going to talk about quotient. So I'm sure you could take an educated guess that if product goes with adding, quotient goes with subtracting. So I have log base b of m minus log base b of n. The order does matter. Whatever's in the top of the fraction, it goes first. Whatever's the bottom of the fraction goes second. So to apply this rule, here I would have log base 7 of 19 minus log base 7 of x. All of these rules also apply for natural log. So here I have natural log. So I have the natural log of e cubed minus the natural log of 7. And remember, it's implied that our base is e for both of these. And another one of those properties said if the base and then the argument are the same, the exponent becomes the answer. So 3 minus ln 7. Or you could also think of this as e to the what power gives you e cubed, so that would be 3. So the last property we're going to talk about is the power rule. And the power rule says if I have log base b of m raised to the a power, if I were to expand it, that power goes out front and you are timesing log base b of m by that power. So notice this power simply goes out front. So to apply this one, this would become 4 log base 5 of 7. This one I need to do a little rewriting. So I have natural log of x, and remember we talked about the other day that the square root is the same thing as saying half. So now that I can clearly see my exponent, I bring that 1/2 out front, and now we are done. Lastly, letter C, that 5 will come out front, but the remaining value stays inside the log. So that's the idea of expanding. We'll do lots of practice on that tomorrow, and then tomorrow's lesson we're going to focus on condensing, which is the opposite of expanding.